What's up?
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me today live. ListenVisionLive.com. I'm here with my co-host.
Do you have to say guest co-host, or can you just say co-host right now?
Maybe I'm trying to speak something into existence.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Maybe I'm working on something. I don't know. But okay, we could go with my guest co-host.
I like co-host sound a little bit better.
Okay,
Co-host.
I think you know.
Let's just leave it at that. Co-host.
All right, we're gonna leave it at that.
It's your boy Booze. Thanks for having me again. Y'all know what it is. It must be Monday because you see my big head on the screen with this lovely lady right here. So Listen Vision Live. Tune in. Tune
in right now and find us today's. We talking about relationships. I'm so excited.
Somebody gonna get in their feelings.
Somebody gonna get in there.
Somebody gonna get in there.
I got a little help this time. Last time I was in here, I was a little double teamed. I mean, the guys are outnumbered. They're gonna need.
I'm still representing now. Don't.
He still representing. We'll see. How was your weekend?
It was good. Got to relax. My son, usually on Saturdays, I'm running all up and down the Beltway and 95 going to some football game, but they had a bye this weekend, so I got to relax. I had to get up early and drug him somewhere, whatever. So we went. My high school had their homecoming this weekend. Shout out to Friendly High School.
Okay.
But it was terrible. They ain't even do like the parade and dress up the gate and nothing. It was probably like 3 people there. The team lost 44-8. It was just bad all the way around, man. But it was cool that my son got to see my old school and where I played football and all that.
Was you any good?
I did all right.
You did all right?
I did all right.
Yeah,
I did all right.
I got a jab.
I did all right. I made it to college and played, so I did okay.
I played a little sports in my day.
What you play?
Basketball. That's my favorite.
Which position?
All of them. It's like, no. Center, power forward.
Yeah, that's what's up. I
really enjoyed it. I'm trying to pass it on to my daughter.
But so what you get into this weekend?
What did I get into?
Oh yeah, you said you had a little story behind the weekend or something.
I kind of got a story behind the weekend, but what I ate breakfast at my mother's-in-law's and did that. You know, I'm feeding for 2. I don't know if most of y'all know. Look, I'm getting.
She got that bump. She got the bump. So
I just do a lot of family time. One of my family members, we had a cookout yesterday, and I ate and ate.
I'm about to say, I know you got busy.
And ate, and it was nice to be around family. But you know, when you get together, when all come together, something gotta go.
Were they sipping too?
You know,
they had a little
get
sip?
The drinks.
Okay, yeah, it is on there.
So it was just one of those days for me, very emotional. That kind of tied into the day. One of my good girlfriends called me and asked me to, can I run her out Baltimore to get the car? Baltimore turned into Pennsylvania.
Dang.
So I'm just getting back, had to run home, shower, and then I invited a lot of people to the studio today. So I had to get here.
Yeah, we mob deep tonight.
Was running a little behind. I'm so excited. Deep. I don't want to even waste a lot of time because I'm really ready to get into this relationship talk.
We gotta do it. Do we have to say happy this little holiday today?
Columbus Day.
It's only Christopher we acknowledge is Wallace. Shout out to Big. But I'm glad I got the day off of work, so hey, I'll take that.
Especially when you leave, you look forward to the holidays.
I'll take it all day long.
I'm looking forward to every holiday, especially
Absolutely.
when you gotta leave. So I'm just excited. After all, I had a great weekend. And you know.
That's what's up, man.
I'm unbothered.
And God's so fit to keep us through the weekend, so that's a blessing there.
Yes, and we had some sun this weekend.
Is it fall or summertime out there?
You know what? Let us take it because it rains so much.
Yeah,
we gotta take these sunny days.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna take a little break. If you want.
Let's take a quick break and then we're gonna get right into it after that, and we're gonna flow from there on out.
Flow from there.
All right.
are back.
Yep,
we are back.
Yep.
So in the studio, I have Kevin, and he has his own podcast doing this thing on YouTube. We gotta check him out, ladies. I listen to him so much that I forget that I'm just listening to him. I wish I had enough courage to sit on here by myself, which I do, but it's nothing like having a right hand man or someone in the studio with you to get it done. But coming to the stage, I'd like to introduce the sixth man to the studio today. He's been touching on relationships in his own podcast. That's how I found him. I have Ursula also with him, and we have some great things to discuss today. I'm gonna let Boots lead off. He like to start stuff, so let's see what he started.
Well, before we do that, thank y'all for coming in and being guests. Y'all ready?
Thank you.
Because people might get in their feelings.
Okay.
That's what it's for.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. All right.
So deep in your feelings.
So when she said she wanted to do a show on relationships, I know a lot of the times, like on social media, Facebook, those are the type of topics that people really get emotional about, they passionate about, especially men versus women and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna bring up a few topics and just see what everybody feel about them and whatever. So let me see. Fellas, we claim that women are so complicated, difficult, and they differ a lot from woman to woman. Would you agree with that, Kev?
I would agree with that.
All right. So, with that being said, ladies, what are some simple, universal things that men should do and practice as it relates to just courting a woman and dating, since y'all are so complex from woman to woman to woman?
I think we
Complex. I like that word.
Complex. Okay.
What would y'all say?
I'm
Some stuff got to just be universal. It is.
I do believe that. I think every woman has a little romantic side. We all want to be kind of swept off our feet and just romanced a little bit. So we want to be courted. We want to go on dates and restaurants and, help me out some.
I would say courting to me is a given, but I would say be honest about your intentions and let the woman decide what they want to sign up for.
That's a great answer.
I mean,
that's
really.
universal. You would say that's universal.
No,
I mean,
not.
every woman would want that. Every woman would want
why
that.
can't you all though? Why can't you all?
I think every woman.
Because you have women that might, if you approach us and say,
don't say it, because that's not true.
No, I'm saying yes, you do. I watched a podcast with Akon, right? Okay. He was saying that he's always honest. He got a wife and he got all these girlfriends, and he's always honest up front. And it don't stop the women from saying, "I want to be another wife or another girlfriend."
Because it's Akon.
No, but come on.
Let the dude that work at UPS say that.
Look, it ain't happening.
Done.
Now, how can
if y'all be honest, are y'all married?
I am.
You're married.
Yes.
So have you had encounters with women who did not care you were married?
Encounters?
Like flirtations, offers.
Oh, yeah, stuff like that.
Okay, so my point is,
flirting,
I think it'll go past that. My point
it could if you
yes,
allow it.
if you allow it. So
absolutely.
my point is,
when you know what's going on, it's flirting. That's all it is.
So my point is, you can walk into it and say, I'm not ready to be in a relationship. I just want to date. I want to date you. I might have a main girl. Let us decide. Because you still going to have those women to say,
so
okay.
Honesty. So honesty.
Just say what your intentions
No,
are.
no,
It makes it less complicated.
The honest thing, the completely 100% honest thing is for a man to approach a woman and say, look, I just want to have sex with you. I think you sexy. I think you fine. I don't really want to date you and spend a lot of money on you for real. I mean, we could be cool. We might could go hang out and have a drink or something, watch a game or whatever. But really, I think you fine, and I want to sleep with you. And that's what I want from you. 9.9 times out of 10, a woman ain't going for that unless it's Akon or someone with status or something that they feel like they can get out of it other than sex. I don't know too many women that's just gonna do that.
No, let him tell the truth, because they out here. I see it. I see it.
They do it, man. They out here. I mean, you.
Hey, you come at them straight like that.
Listen, hey Slim, I don't do a whole bunch of games. I mean, I've been married. I'm done with that. You know what I mean? So I don't have a whole bunch of time for a whole bunch of bullshit. So
Right.
I feel like I'm coming straight off the cuff.
So if you meeting me for the first time, I'm coming at.
I mean, my game ain't gonna be let
How
me
you
smash.
game?
It's
No,
gonna,
but
it's
what
gonna
I'm
be,
saying, how you coming
You clean
at
it up.
me?
You
I
clean
mean,
it up, right?
I'm not gonna say I clean it up, but I'm gonna present it in a way of how I'm attracted to her. If I'm fully attracted, then it's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be, how perplexed. It's gonna be, right then and there.
Okay.
If I'm halfway, attracted, it might not be as strong.
I believe that you come at different different women, different types.
Absolutely.
You're not
Absolutely.
going to approach such and such like you would approach, somebody that you.
That's
really.
vice versa though.
So I think what he's saying, you not coming at every and anybody like that. You ain't coming at.
No. Just the people that it applies to.
Okay. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Not a woman that you see that you're looking like, oh, she might be somebody I could really get seriously involved with. No, somebody that it's the straight up lust. I'm trying to smash.
Well, I think that's the beginning of every relationship. I mean,
'Cause
friendship.
it's physical. Yeah, you
it's
first
more so
attracted
you need
to
to
the
be
person.
attracted to your food. You got to be attracted to what you about to eat. So I think with anything, you first starting out, it starts out with attraction. So.
Well,
you need to be
absolutely.
attracted to
But
your
some situations start off with expectations or plans for more than just that.
Too quick.
And sometimes, well, no, you meet people off the break and like you said, you put them in categories. I'm meeting this person. This is I just want this. It could possibly be that, or oh my God, I'm already feeling her. Whatever. Anything in between. It could be anything that, like you said, depending on the person that you meet.
Depending on the person, you ain't coming at everybody like that. Yeah, so this is what I'm about right now, and this is what I'm gonna do. Who? Nah,
but I was
ain't no woman gonna want to hit it. Yeah, you can come at the Lloyd.
That's what I was. But he seems the difference.
Like that.
He seems the difference.
He probably like him young, 25.
No, it'd probably be the older ones that's really named for that.
And I mean, you gotta be like either young or like 50 or 45 or something.
Nah, I wouldn't say that either.
I don't have no age preference.
Just long as they look good.
Nah, you gotta have some maturity. You gotta have some shit on your mind. You can't just be walking around here, nothing on your mind. What you doing? Where you work? What you think you gonna be
How
doing?
your credit?
Yeah.
How your credit is?
I mean, I ain't
Like,
even
no,
tripping on the credit part if we just met. I mean, I'm just trying to get to know you. Where you went to school at? What you major in? Who you know? Where you live? You know what I mean? The basic shit. I ain't trying to get on into your business like that off the break, but they definitely out here. Hey, Booz, they.
Okay.
Honesty.
I mean, don't get me wrong. In my single days, let me clarify that.
Okay.
In my single days, I'm hip. I know how. I know how it is out here. I know it's easy for men out here. Like it really, really is. Straight up for whatever you want. Whatever.
So you think it's definitely more difficult for us though? Women.
It is.
Women. It's more.
Depending on what it is that you want. If you want, a relationship, absolutely, it's more difficult. But if you just want casual situations, no, it's way more easy.
I mean, it's easy because
depends on what you want.
I don't have casual sex no more. That's what I keep getting. That's what I keep.
Who said that?
Oh, I don't have casual sex.
That would be a lie.
What?
Yeah, that's
What you talking to, Boo?
That would be a lie.
If you having sex with somebody and don't have no type of commitment established, it's casual.
It's casual. I mean, however you want to look at it, it's casual.
That's jeans at the club night. Yeah, it's casual there. That ain't nothing extra to that. So I don't know who's saying that, but they delusional.
I mean, I think it's all about perception. For some reason, women feel like they don't want to be looked at a certain way.
We can't be looked at a certain type
Which
of
is
way.
why I say from the jump.
What I'm saying, as soon as we out here doing what we say the guys do, we stereotyped and we whores and we all types of things. I mean,
we all too.
So we
what
can't.
You mean? We
no,
all too.
y'all look at it like, or y'all looked upon as a badge of honor.
No, not at all.
And we are looked upon.
What are we?
As
16 years old? Like, come on.
I don't know. Like I'm
not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
I don't think that's true either.
Not at all.
Okay, we all entitled,
especially
to
not these days.
Exactly.
Especially not these days.
Exactly.
I think it's a lot more acceptable for a woman to be promiscuous, for lack of better words.
Exactly.
I think so.
Exactly.
You think that's
Now,
true?
now.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, I think it is. I think
I think the roles have reversed. Do y'all feel as far as the women kind of, I ain't gonna say the head, but in most situations, a lot of times the women, we are kind of.
Well, that's a good thing to. What do you mean? What constitutes being the head?
No, I'm not saying that. Well, for the most part, the women are the more established ones.
So basically, you're talking about them making the money.
The money wise, yeah.
So you feel like whoever makes the money is the lead or the head in the household.
I'm very submissive. No. I don't think that no matter
Doesn't it
how,
sound like that's what the role she was going down?
I was still just listening.
I was going somewhere. I was trying to, but no, I just feel like it's different. We are now like, black girl magic, woman in, we run in the house, we running things. So we kind of
I feel differently. I feel like submissive is used too loosely. I feel like I have my own career, my own money, my own views coming into the relationship, but I'm always going to respect the guy as having the final word. But I want my opinion to count, and I want him to care about listening.
But that
he
is
got the
submission.
final word. I mean,
that
but
is
I'm
submission,
saying,
though.
but care about what I'm saying.
That's still submission.
But you got to get to that level.
Yeah, you got to get to that level.
Yeah.
You got the one say you just can't have an opinion. You just got to be submissive. No, I want my opinion to matter.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Then you have the final say. You do.
That is submission, though.
Yeah.
That's submission.
But care about, you got guys that don't care about your opinion, though.
Absolutely. But a woman being quote unquote submitting and a guy caring about your opinion and even acting on your opinion many times, the two can coexist. You can't, you don't necessarily have to have one and not the other. They can both happen at the same time.
I have a question. Do you guys think that social media plays a role in like fooling the brain and the mind of expectations of a relationship? Absolutely. I think social media is just...
Social media affects every single aspect of life, man. Yeah. Everything. Yeah. There's nothing you could bring up that social media and the internet doesn't affect directly.
DMs be on fire. You know what I mean? DMs be lit.
Yeah. And so it's just important to set the tone in the relationship. I mean, I'm fortunate enough to, have an understanding guy, because I would say, building my audience for my podcast and what I love to do, it's like when I do accept those friend requests, everyone is in my inbox like, hey, how are you? Trying to flirt and talk. Sending numbers and you can't just accept the friend request.
See, with me being married and, having shows and stuff like that, I guess maybe because I'm a guy, I don't get that. I don't get a bunch of people flirt with me in my DMs and stuff like that, whatever. But you're a woman, you're a nice looking woman. Unfortunately, that's what comes with the territory.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? However, though, anytime you do anything where you putting yourself out there, whether you got a podcast, internet show, and beyond, entertainer, or whatever, you if you're gonna be with somebody, they have to. Some certain things come with it, attention and stuff like that. It's just about how you manage that. You know what I'm saying?
Anything you want to add, Kevin?
Nah,
Six man.
I just feel like at the end of the day, out of all of the shows that I recorded so far, the number one key for a relationship that I heard was friendship, being friends first. Yeah. Getting to know that person, on an intimate level, because you never know where that relationship can go. But everybody want to smash. Everybody, want to be in the fast lane. And then when something happens, whether it's money or, a critical decision, y'all crash and burn. Because y'all not friends. You don't really fuck with that person. You had sex with them. You get the head. Y'all get the oral sex going. Sex is vicious. I mean, it get to a point where y'all relationship is based on sex. Right. When we see, hey, where you at? What time you get off? I'll be over about 8. I'll be over there about 8:30. You go in there, you chill, you eat, you smoke, you drink, you whatever, and then what you do?
Have
you
sex.
fuck and you go to sleep. Well, so that's y'all. Sex. Okay, my bad. Yeah, okay. But that's what you do though, and that's what it seems like it is now versus a friendship. Because everybody arguing with everybody.
Well, see, and the key to that is, you're right, it's 1,000,001 stories and situations like what you just described. But both people have to be smart. If you in something like that, you can't be walking around calling that a relationship. No, at all. And you can't carry it as such.
And that's where the honesty come in at. Yeah, you can't.
Exactly.
You can't.
But even if the other person isn't being honest with you, you know what it is. You know it,
Absolutely.
and you know how to conduct yourself and carry yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you can't do that, then you don't need to get into those types. You got to be adult enough to judge whether or not you can handle something like that or not. Man, don't let me go put my white coat on, man.
Oh.
Start being a doctor up in this joint. It's like, nah. So look, we got another question as far as relationships go. And for everybody tuning in, man, if you want to be a part of the show and add your 2 cents, please call in 315-954-0688. ListenVisionLive.com. All right. So as much as women say they want a great man and all that good stuff, oftentimes when they come across a great man, he either too short, he a bammer, he don't make enough money, he corny, he too nice, etc., 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 etc. Do y'all think women are more superficial than men when you really think about it? Because they say men are superficial with a woman's looks, she gotta have this. That's why women running out getting ass shots. But ultimately, how women judge men, do you think women might be a little bit more superficial than dudes?
I would say it's about even. If you
Me
really,
too.
really
Me
think
too.
about it, I wouldn't say one outweighs the other. I feel,
Can I add something real quick?
Yes.
Should it be an age limit?
yeah.
The shit y'all talking about right now, I don't care about none of it.
Right.
When I was 25, 21, yeah, I'd have been all over.
Right.
I'm
I was
40.
just about to say
I
that.
ain't.
Hold on, what you mean? What you mean? Say that again.
Slim, you got a fat ass. What that mean?
Oh, okay.
What you got going on in your head?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
you
it's
got
an
nothing going on
age.
in your head?
Even if you just trying to smash, ultimately.
No, you don't
Please.
really know what. Like I
I done
said,
already been through enough drama in my life, Slim, to know that once I smash you, if I'm good enough, you gonna blow me up. I ain't got time for that.
That's a good point.
Okay.
That's a good point.
Oh wow.
That's a good point.
Okay.
That's a good point.
It's some, see, that's what I'm saying. Some real men out here in the streets, but women don't have. It's not enough of us for women to talk to. Because when I go to places, I'm not trying to be funny. When I go places and I talk, women be like, "Oh, look at you." I be like, "I've been through shit. I'm from Southeast. I was married. I've been through a lot of relationships. I know where I'm at now. So if like you built. If I saw you on the street and we talked. If something came through my mind when you said it, I'm saying, okay, well, what was your name? You have a nice one. I'm gonna step off.
Yeah.
I'm stepping off, Slim. So I don't really know if men can get that beef. I mean, men like me anyway.
No, I just like you said. I feel like exactly what you said. When you're young, you think like that.
Yeah.
He gotta have the right shoe on. And he have to. It's more about the outer exterior. But as you get older and wiser, and you've been with that cute guy that dress nice and treat you like, a lot of that gets.
That sound good.
It gets old.
That sound good. It sound good.
It gets old.
It sound, and because the reality is the same thing Kev's talking about. It's a lot of dudes that don't think like that. That will smash that woman off the break, and the majority of women, if they honest, don't think like what you just said. They do judge a man on all those things I just said, especially a man that they going to call their man.
No. I would say this,
If that wasn't the case, then these things wouldn't be a thing.
I mean, these things is questions. These things are observations and opinions. But
Right,
I do
they
feel
real.
as you get older, man, woman, you're not going to still do the same childish things that you was doing when you were younger. You're not looking for the guy with the great teeth. The guy with the freckles, he actually works. I'm just saying, it's really not about that.
She said with the great teeth.
There's some 40-year-old dudes out here that act like they 25.
Absolutely, I'm gonna concur on that.
It's some grown men out here still ain't been with enough women.
Yes.
And act like teenagers. They get on my nerves when I go
And
out. That's why I don't go out a lot.
It goes the same way with women.
They do.
How do you know that you like with the right person? I just feel like it's about connection and chemistry and energy and friendship. You know what I'm saying? That's how you build a relationship. I don't think nothing is really perfect. No one is going to come all in one package. It's going to be some things that you whizzle out and you have to deal with.
Yeah,
But
true.
that's what makes it fun. A relationship don't come together. I mean, it's about what you go through to get to the ultimate goal. That's what makes a relationship exactly that. So can't nobody come and step to my relationship and say, look, we've been doing this for a while. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, once you in it, I mean, you in it. But to even get started, it's just about the right connection, the right chemistry.
So what's harder? What's harder, getting into it and get started, or staying in it once you in it?
Well, the hard part is, I mean, I've never been married, so I would say. Getting started for me is fun.
Staying in it is what's the hardest.
Is
not for
exciting.
me. Maybe for a man, not for me.
That's easy.
Is fun. The beginning is excitement. Yeah. The beginning is just
that's easy. Getting into it.
That is everything.
Even getting into something substantial is easy relatively, but staying in it and persevering through. See, to me, the key to a relationship is selflessness. Mm-hmm. You probably gonna hear me say that word a whole lot if we start doing it's not you. When stuff start happening, it ain't about you. Can't look at things all the time from it being about you and how you feel and all that. That's a whole other topic for a whole other show. Trust me, but yeah, man, it's getting into it. That's the easy part. Butterflies. You talking on the phone. Oh no, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. You know, I'm just joking, but you know all that stuff in the beginning. But
everything is baby.
After some substantial time, you know what I'm saying? A substantial amount of time has passed. That's when
it's hard. That's when you go through things. That's when you really start to see who a person really is.
Yeah.
They not pretending anymore.
Yes.
So I mean,
when
that
you go through stuff, that's when you really see, you know
who a person is and just their character. You know what I'm saying? How they handle you. You know, like I mean, just like even me being in this vulnerable situation. You know, I'm not married to the guy, but I'm looking to see. Yes, I'm paying attention how you handle
hint. That was a hint to him.
When
that was a little hint to him. You heard that right? That was a little.
When I'm vulnerable, how are you handling me? How are you showing me love? How are you taking care of me? A smart woman, we paying attention. Trust me. So.
We do too.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, man.
Yeah, definitely. You pay attention, and so you move quietly. You know what I'm saying? But when you with the right person, only time will tell. And I feel like it's what you go through to get you to just the best situation that you can be. If it was just so easy, who wants that?
Yeah.
Who wants easy? Nobody. Everybody wants to. You work towards it. That's whatever in life, promotions and jobs and everything. You working hard for that. They ain't just give it to. Yeah, some people just get it and you just give it away. But them the people that lose it. Them the people that don't appreciate it, don't value it. Yeah. So it's just like what you go through makes you appreciate what you have. Right. So I mean, you know, not saying that everything we need to go through everything.
Mm-hmm,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but not everybody. I will speak to that. Not everybody, but in most cases, from the backgrounds that I know we are from, you know what I'm saying? We ain't come from them 2-parent homes and, you know, the families that was all put together, the Bill Cosby's, like what we saw on TV when we was growing up.
I did.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that's fortunate. And then if you meet somebody like me, that's coming from a broken home and an abusive dad and a mom that was, you know, doing her thing. I'm ruined. You know, I don't understand the type of love that you're trying to really.
But listen, you're right, and that is something, because I do think that it can be a lot more difficult for two people to coexist, especially in a relationship that come from completely different backgrounds.
You don't understand.
But one thing you have to remember is that even though people came from 2-parent households, they living in the suburbs and everything looked nice, those people got their demons too.
Mm-hmm. We all
and those
do,
people and it ain't sweet. It ain't always sweet. No. You know what I'm saying? And so again, that leads back to when you get into these situations, you have to be selfless and realize that it ain't just about how you grew up and your hardships and your whatever, because them people got the same thing no matter how they grew up or what environment they grew up in. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard. It's hard to be 30, 35, 40, 45 years old and learn to be selfless. Because all your life, all you had to really worry about was you. Yeah. Maybe if you had some kids, you know, you worry about your kids, whatever. But as far as your life outside of your children, all you had to be concerned about was yourself. What you like, what you don't like, everything. and then you throw a whole other person that's completely different from you in the mix. That's hard,
But if
though.
you really love and care about somebody,
it's hard, though.
You gonna try, but that's what
it's hard.
That's what
no,
makes
he's
you
correct.
whole.
I just went through the same thing for a whole year. So he was used to himself, and he was selfish, but he couldn't figure out how to give to me. Exactly.
Yeah. So the situation only lasted a year.
Yeah, it got too complicated for him. It was like
for
a
him.
lot for him. Yeah, it was a lot.
He kind of broke it off.
Yeah, off and on. But yeah, even now he don't let it go 5 days without a text message. It's hard. Then if I say, okay, you made your choice, then it's the mind games. But that's why I left. But
Well, so do you resent him for that?
No. I'm never going I'm gonna say this. I'm never gonna resent him because he gave me enough opportunities where I could have left so many times, right?
But
I was all in, right? And I understood his background. We came from 2 different backgrounds.
Okay.
And I was all in. We gonna work this out.
Mm-hmm.
But it was more of a struggle for him. And I could have left. So I gotta look at it like this.
We definitely do.
Yeah, I could have left. I had reasons to leave. He couldn't figure out. Like, he called me one day and was like, I think the issue with us is we come from 2 different backgrounds. I grew up, I'm 46. I never had a male role model that I could look up to. He said I was around a bunch of niggas, as he said. So then he said, even with his relationships and his family, he never seen one good relationship.
Right. That's tough.
Felt like it was a problem. We come from 2 different. That's what he felt. So
I will say, I'm gonna add my little 2 cents that when. How do you know? This is a question. I was gonna kind of emphasize and go more on your topic, but how do you know? Is it enough is enough? Everybody's tolerance level is different. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's just enough is enough when enough is enough when.
I'm gonna hear Kevin's answer to that.
Me too.
Well, enough is enough when you fought and you get nothing back in return in terms of peace of mind. Yeah. Once you lose your peace of mind in a relationship, it's doomed. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it was times where my marriage was so difficult at times that I would literally not be cheating, but I would literally lie and say I'm at work, but I'm at the bar. Because by the time I get home, I want you to be in the bed, about to go to sleep, so I could just come in, take a shower, and go to sleep. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to go back and forth. Once your peace of mind is gone, it's not too much you can do. I mean, I literally lived in my basement for a couple months before I moved out, just because it had got that bad. I mean, and to put it out there, once it get physical, it's done. It's hard to reel that physical stuff back. Calling the police, saying he hit me, she hit me. Yeah. Once you get to that point, it's hard to reel that back. We went to counseling. We did all that. People be like, did you fight? Listen, man, I had counseling with family, friends, ministers from my church, brothers from I fought. And it got to the point where, what you want me to do? I can't do but so much. And then once I had my daughter, and it was an incident in the house, and I looked at my daughter, I knew I was done. Right. Because I'm like, there's no way I'm going to stay here and have her in this type of environment. I'm not going to do that. Right. So if I got to be the bitch-ass nigga to leave, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave and let you live your life. I'm going to live mine, but we still can co-parent and get along. And that's, you know when you're done. My way was basically lying and saying I was at work and I wasn't. In my mind, I'm like, damn, I've never done that, and I just don't want to go home. That's
and Kevin's right into what Boots said. That's why I don't resent him, because my peace of mind was gone in the relationship. So he just did something I couldn't do, because I wasn't ready for him to feel like, I was abandoning him, because he had abandonment issues to me. So what I do resent is if you make the choice to leave, don't try to invade on my peace every few days. Let me stay in her mind like every 5 days. I'm getting cursed out or telling me what I'm never gonna have. Don't do that.
That's
You chose to leave. Stay away from
That's
it.
a clown. That's
Yeah.
a clown.
Yeah,
That's
he
all
won't.
that
He
is.
won't
You
stay
hear that?
away.
It's a lot of
You hear
dudes
that, Ursula?
Yes. I
Okay.
mean, she knows he won't.
Absolutely.
He
absolutely.
made the choice, and it's like I get a text message saying it's hard. Okay, you knew it wasn't gonna be easy. You made the choice. You have to deal with it, and it's like, well, that's why I ain't with you. I shouldn't have never reached out to you.
He the type of man. He the type of man that make women second guess they so dealing with somebody new.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's clear. It's clear to me that he don't know who he is.
Yeah.
It's clear to me. I'm listening to you. I
Yeah.
don't know the dude. I hope he don't see me on the street and do nothing. I protect myself at all times.
Oh, man.
At the end of the day, it's clown niggas like him
Yeah.
out here that make y'all.
Trust
You
me,
know,
that's
And
exactly
I
how I
just-
am.
Now,
Now, let's add to
Yeah,
this.
that's exactly.
I
what I'm at.
feel
it's not
that-
easy to get into it anymore.
I feel that yes, we as women, we do come with some insecurities and whatever that is.
We do too.
I feel but guys, you guys don't talk about that. And not only that, like you said, we do too. You guys come with those insecurities. We already have our own. And a lot of times, and this is what I see, strong women dealing with men that may not be quite as established or working on their own, but we love them anyway. And it's just instead he pour into that woman so she can go out into the universe and the world to provide and do everything that makes them whole and as they are, because we already accepted our man for who they are. Instead he pour into that woman, they play on those insecurities, or they down talk, or they play, instead of pouring into them and building them up and making them strong, and it just, instead of that, they ripping little pieces. They taking little pieces.
Yeah.
But a lot of those dudes,
And to the point where you don't have, or the woman don't have enough to do what it is she was at least doing when they started the relationship,
yeah.
or at least doing when he was attracted to her. And I talk to a lot of my girlfriends, and those are some of the things that come up. Don't pull. Don't be so to the point where it's intimidation. We already love you. Yeah. We already want to see the best for you. Mm-hmm. Build us up. We're gonna build each other. Because if I win, you win. We win. We win it together.
But not in their defense per se. But just like everything else, it's a lot of men out here that don't know how to do that because they never seen it. Like your folks, they never saw it. They didn't have that example growing up. That's completely foreign to them. A man showing that kind of love, and consideration. It's a lot of dudes up here that, they feel like the best way you could show a woman love is paying all the bills, making sure you give her a little bit of money so she can do her little shopping thing or whatever, and taking her on trips. That's it.
No.
Anything after that might be extra,
or
that's just not me. That's just not who I am.
And if you love me,
I don't totally 100%
No.
agree with that, but
no, I'm not saying that is true. But what I'm saying is, it's a lot of dudes out here that's how they feel.
and that's how
they don't know
think.
no.
They
They don't know
Let
better.
me say this, because we came from two. I know what love is and what it should feel like, but I accept that he came from somewhere else. So the only thing he could tell me is, I put your dress together on a Friday night. I have to love you. Like, who want to be putting a dress together, sweating on a Friday night? When you had surgery, I brought you some food. Like, that's his.
That's what I'm
the only way.
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like they don't, that emotional support and things that things that women a lot of times pay attention to, like you said, and them little things that go a long way.
The little things that go a long way is this. I will say, and I'm just like, even if you don't have a man that's so expressive, a card, just to wake up to a card to say I appreciate you and I love you and thank you. I mean, you can get that every so often. I'm just floating on cloud nine. For real.
No, I
because you're not so expressive, and I can't expect that. So it's just the little things. Remember that when you get into these, I gotta close it out, y'all. As much as we talking, we could go on for a little while, but it's counting down time. But we are having relationship shows at least once a month. So if you have topics that you want to touch on, or you have anything that you want to hear, DM me, put it in the inbox. Let me know under the picture or comment, and we here to talk about it.
always talking about something. Y'all always
Yeah,
talking about something, mad about something. Something.
It's not all just us. Trust me, they mad too.
Exactly.
So, man, y'all, what?
I got medication for that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
And it's
He said
okay.
he got
We gonna get
issues.
into that.
Oh,
you know,
man.
but I want to thank you guys for giving me your time. I'm always super, appreciative when you take time out to come into the studio and just share. And this is how I am paid and repaid. This feels so good. And I'm just grateful that I'm able to walk in my purpose and do this. So you know where to find me each and every Monday.
6 o'clock.
Buzy With B at 6 with my guest co-host. Boots will be here with me.
Yeah.
My guest co-host Boots. Also, I do have this is Domestic Violence Month. This is Breast Awareness Month. We will be doing our first domestic violence show November the first Monday in November. So I don't have that date. But we're going to just talk about domestic violence. And of course, I will be sharing my story. And I've asked Ursula Philpott to come back to the studio. And of course, I'm going to have some professionals here to kind of tell us where to get help and all that good stuff. But like I said, I'm going to be bringing up topics that we can't be afraid to talk about, that we're going to talk about all things. And I'm not off limits. If I've experienced that, I like to speak to it. I'm not running from anything. But DM me with your questions. Boots will be here with me next Monday, already confirmed. Thank you, Kevin, for coming out, the 6th man. And like I said, I'll be touching on relationships every month, sometimes in every month, maybe twice, because it's just such a topic that we need to get back to and not be afraid to talk about. The end of the month is the mental health show. We're going to be talking about mental health, depression. I do have a fun show coming up. I haven't confirmed that, so I won't promote that yet. But thank you guys for tuning in with me each and every Monday.
Thanks, Ursula. Appreciate it.
Thank you
Appreciate it.
so
Thank y'all
much
for coming in.
Thank you, Shara.
Shout out to the Redskins. Let's get this W tonight. Bring it on back home, boys.